So Pitt comes away with a big win against 15th-ranked Central Florida this week, and they used a Pitt special to get it done. So let's talk about that play. Jeff Hathorn, you were there. 4th and 3. Number one, a week ago, they could have used something like this instead of kicking a field goal, which I still don't understand. Were you surprised, and do you think how risky was that play? If it didn't work, would people second-guess it?
Yeah, of all the calls, I didn't see that one coming. The Aaron Matthews rolling out and throwing back, to Kenny Pickett on a reverse. I didn't see that. They got creative. They did some things offensively against a defense that was ranked fairly high. It's a good win for them. I mean, I'm not going to make it anything more than that. It's a nice win against a ranked team, and we'll see where they take it from here.
Yeah, excellent win. And no one has been able to do that to UCF for quite some time. And they even sustained a body blow back after they gave the lead to the Knights. So I think Pitt deserves a ton of credit for the way that they handled themselves after that disappointing loss against Penn State. So, of course, my next question is, where is the disappointing loss to counter this great win? Because that's usually the way things go for Pitt. It's Delaware, maybe North Carolina, because they have problems in North Carolina. But there's usually the unforeseen loss that balances out the unforeseen win that Pitt has somewhere on schedule every year.
Well, I mean, I think for Pat Narduzzi, this is the kind of win that alleviates concerns about his job status, even though he's got that gigantic contract through, 2024. I think it entrenches the idea to me, reinforces the idea that Pitt is a program that is good for an upset like this almost every year, but is at the same time endlessly bound to go somewhere between 7-5 and 5-7 in every season. It just hits home for me that they are stuck in this like purgatory, Bob, where they are oftentimes good enough on a Saturday to beat the best team in college football, and yet at the end of the year, there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They're just kind of an average, blasé football team that also often puts like 2 or 3 good players into the NFL almost every year, and I just don't know when they're going to break that vicious cycle.
All right, they've had some injuries to defense. Tim, I want to ask you, what's a bigger story to you, the way Kenny Pickett has emerged, or how this defense, even minus Camp and Weaver on the defensive line, have been able to play?
I would argue that the way that they've been able to step up in the absence of the injuries on defense is a bigger accomplishment. I think comparing that to Pickett is now getting to the level that we hoped he would be. If you said this is kind of the quarterback you're going to see from Kenny Pickett at this point in the season, I would have believed that coming in. If you had told me about the losses on defense and then seeing them perform the way that they have on defense on a couple of occasions against decent teams, I would have been more surprised.
Yeah, Jalen Twyman's becoming a really nice player for them, and he's stepped up. And they have some depth defensively. I like some of the things they're doing. Yes, they got burned for some long passes because they're playing man coverage, but I thought defensively they've made some serious strides. And Pickett, I'll give him this, gutsy performance. He got knocked out of that game. He got rolled on that shoulder, and he was able to come back in that game and lead a comeback after a couple of tough throws, and made the plays when he had to, and heck, made a nice catch for the touchdown.
I think Pickett's the much bigger story because this is Pat Narduzzi, a defensive coach. So my expectation when he was hired was that he was going to be able to put very good defenses on the field. The quarterback has been a bugaboo for Pitt for almost 4 decades now, and there was no reason early into the season to think that was going to change. I don't think the skill position players are great here, and yet Pickett is making it happen. So I think that is a major development for Pitt. It never feels like they have a competitive advantage at quarterback, and it looks like they might have that now.
Well, they certainly did last couple of weeks at Penn State as well. Now it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops you're going to find anywhere, Armina Stone. Armina Stone features some of the best stuff in the stone, indoor granite, marble, quartz you're going to find. So let's go and talk about our smooth move, top to bottom. Andrew, you first.
Yeah, I was looking for a silver lining to what was another pretty crappy NFL Sunday, and it was watching the gift that keeps on giving, the Cleveland Browns, and Freddie Kitchen, his draw play on 4th and 9, his timeout with 3 timeouts left in 30 seconds to drop a play where Baker Mayfield scrambled 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage and just threw up a prayer. You know, things stink for the Steelers right now, but hey, the Steelers got an excuse. Big Ben's out. The Browns don't.
I'm going to go back to Pitt and what happened today. How about Penn State and Pitt having a home and home in a sport? In volleyball, where their top 6 programs 5,200 fans on a Steelers Sunday watch women's volleyball at the Peterson Event Center in a great match that Penn State ended up winning. That's my salute right there.
I'm going to go with former Pittsburgh Pirate Garrett Cole becoming just the 18th pitcher in Major League Baseball to accrue 300 strikeouts in a season. What an accomplishment for him. And, guys, I fully expect the Pirates to go out and bring him back in free agency.
Cy Young, there he is. Maybe two on that same staff, who knows? Co-winners. Anyway, Armena Stone. We'd like to thank them for their sponsorship. They feature Pittsburgh's largest indoor stone gallery of granite, marble, and quartz countertops imported from all over the world right to your countertop. Score a touchdown. Get some new granite from Armena Stone. When we come back, Penguins are ready to go. What kind of team will they be? That's next.